How has Ofload's strategic plan changed and evolved through this COVID experience? So pre, during, and post.
Great question. I mean, I first assumed that I was going to go with a broad product here in Australia, which is a platform that helps to optimize freight, right? Between carriers and shippers, and how do we marry them by removing inefficiency. And so inefficiency can be like the fact that 30% of the trucks drive empty, the fact that they idle 50% of the time, and that there's about 50,000 trucking companies. So there's a big long tail that differs very much in how they're structured compared to big companies. You have one that have zero overhead, and you have some that have like 40 cents on the dollar being overheads, the bigger trucking companies. So I always told myself, let's go and build a market to solve for those pain points and create value through visibility and through optimization. And then let's replicate this model across all of the world. And let's see whether it's Indonesia, Vietnam, but let's see where's the next market for us. I've changed that philosophy because there's been a lot of players around the world. I mean, there's Uber Freight in the US. I think they do about 17 billion US revenue per year. There's Sender in New York that are valued, I think, 2 billion euros. So there's still a couple of players that have been very successful in different markets. And so I don't want to compete. I don't want to burn money in order to get market share in other markets. Same is true for Southeast Asia. There's been a lot of players. But also I've realized that the most important thing is actually owning the ecosystem. And to own ecosystem, there's actually more value you can provide down the track, whether it's building a TMS, whether it's providing financial services, and we might talk about that in the future, but we've built a fintech service into our own business. Whether it's actually increasing the add-on services that we provide our shippers through carbon reporting, through we're part of a hydrogen conglomerate, whether it's like analytics dashboards, but we've decided to say, okay, Australia is still $66 billion worth of a market, right? So let's focus on nailing this market before and until we have a couple of $1 billion revenue. It would be a mistake to get outside. It would be the typical startup mistake of getting distracted and chasing every next shiny thing. And so what COVID did to me is focused the vision on nailing it first and not succeeding a little bit and then getting distracted and doing something else, but very much saying, okay, Australia is a proven market where the fundamentals and the economics are there. We create tangible value for our shippers, for our carriers. We need to expand on it. And until we have a saturation point where our growth has an inflection point, we will not leave.